guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about um limiting beliefs and how it can affect your life. Um and I'll just share a little bit about how limiting beliefs have been impacting my life and start off by defining what a limiting belief is in case you never heard of it. Hi, my name is Demi. Personal development is something that I eat, sleep, and breathe, and let's get into it. So, what is a limiting belief? A limiting belief is you believing that a specific place or concept or thing is impossible or cannot happen for you. For example, in my life, when it came to weight loss, my limiting beliefs would show up as, I will only be able to lose weight if I don't eat as much, or I would only lose weight if, or just losing weight is hard. That's a limiting belief. And limiting beliefs show up every single crevice and space of situations in life. And limiting beliefs are sneaky, and limiting beliefs are your mind. What your mind thinks to be true. Your belief system is what your brain thinks to be true, based off of, from the moment that you were born, you are a tape recorder. You are a tape recorder, and it is programming your brain from the moment of conception for the rest of your life. And then it stops, once it gets filled up with all of these different beliefs, it locks it in as true. So, for example, you know, I grew up in a family system that didn't believe that, you could lose weight on your own, or weight loss is hard, or being bigger is like okay. And not to go against any body positivity or anything. This is not, when I speak about things, I would just like to say this. I'm talking about the bell-shaped curve and statistics, okay? I'm talking about what normally happens. I'm not talking about the outliers, the extreme events. I'm not talking about any of those things. If you want answers to those things, it would be best to, consult a professional, a therapist, or someone in that special field. I am not the person for that. I am speaking on the majority of people. Every single time I'm speaking on my page, I'm talking about the majority of people. I am never talking about this one little small little percentage of people, because on my platform has millions and millions upon millions of people on YouTube. And it would be very irresponsible of me to just be speaking to this little bitty portion of people. And so, with that being said, these limiting beliefs will sneak up on you and can trap you if you're not careful. And something that I've realized was that I can find balance in the foods that I eat. I can eat what I want. I just cannot go overboard. I don't have to overeat. I can have a ice cream cone every now and again, but I can't have an ice cream cone every now and then if my goal is to lose weight and keep the weight off, because it makes me feel my best. It makes me glow. I feel better and more confident. I feel like my elite self and my authentic self when I am at a certain weight. And so my limiting beliefs were that, you know, I it was hard. Weight loss was going to be hard, and I would just it would just stay in my head and I would never go and take the action. That is how powerful a limiting belief is. You'll just think about it over and over and over again and you'll never act on it. That is a limiting belief in real time. And so it can show up. So I have a couple of like weight loss. It's my genetics. That is actually a limiting belief. How is it a limiting belief? Because you think because your parents grew up overweight that you have to stay overweight. That is a limiting belief. And if you don't realize that, I can break it down a little more simpler. Um, so at any time, you have a choice to make, right? Every single moment of your life, you have a choice to make. And based off of those choices that you make over and over and over again, that becomes your habit. And a habit is something that you do consistently. Now, if you are raised in a family, which I was, a family that doesn't have that, that system of eating healthy consistently, you don't have to eat a lot of food, and, you don't have to overeat or emotionally eat because you feel a certain type of way, eating because, and so that was programmed into me that like I have to eat what I feel. Like, what do I feel like eating today? When that actually isn't like the something a healthy brain would do. A healthy emotional brain would just simply eat the food that they have in their fridge. They don't have to go out to eat every single day. They would prefer to make a nourishing meal that is going to keep them full and be full of great things and not eating for taste. So it's the complete opposite. And so when you say it's in my genes and it's in my such and such, you just aren't the person who is going to make those consistent decisions over time to get the results that you want. So it really comes down to how bad do you truly want it, and are you willing to do the work consistently to get those results and keep the results? Are you willing to change your entire lifestyle to live a healthier and better life? And so that's what that looks like. Love isn't real. It's only fairy tales. There is a lot of layers to this because the definition of love and things of that nature is a little different on, mainstream social media. And so if you are taught, because love is an action, if you are taught that loves mean criticizing, love means, you stay even though someone isn't, emotionally healthy for you, or, stay even though they're abusive. Like, say if you grew up seeing abuse and seeing all these different things, it can become your belief and it will play out in your life unless you go and get the help that you need to get those beliefs in check and get the beliefs that you would prefer to believe, because your brain is so amazing and so intelligent that your brain will not betray you. Whatever you were programmed to believe, it is going to stay there because it thinks that that belief is helping you. And it took me a while to truly understand this, and it's very beneficial to understand, because once you realize that your brain is literally trying to protect you, that's why you keep going back to the thing that seems unhealthy. And you're like, why do I keep doing this? It's because your brain is trying to protect you, and you haven't got the help that you needed to get to be able to reset those beliefs for the ones that are actually accurate and healthy for you. And yeah, another one I have is like having kids is hard and having kids is too much, or being pregnant is so hard and all of these things. Those are limiting beliefs. What And the reason why I say that is because there was a time in my life where I did not want kids, and because I just saw all of these different things. Again, the programming that um I've seen throughout my life and throughout society. But once I started following people who, you know, said that, having kids is awesome. I see mothers that have amazing families and have healthy family systems and healthy value systems. And, a pregnant woman working out, keeping her body in shape throughout that process. Now, is it easy? No. But to see that, when you see that, you can make that a part of your life and your belief system. You can take the pieces that they use and create your own life and reprogram those beliefs if you choose to get help with that. And so, yeah, I think it's really important to notice where the beliefs come from, because for me it's been life changing. Now I'm at a point where I want kids and I want marriage and all of the things, and I'm willing to stay fit when having kids. Like, all of these things are changing because I changed my beliefs and I did the work. So, limiting beliefs can be very, very powerful. Like, it can really make your life hard. If you think that birth is hard and it was hard for you in the past, it's a mind thing. Once I realized it's more of a mind thing, like a mind, when people say mind over matter, it really is true, because your mind truly is strong. Because when you believe that you can do something, once your mind believes it, it's going to protect you and it's going to make sure that that thing happens, whether it's for the best or for the worst. And so, yeah. For instance, like your hair, like the way you speak to your hair, the way you care for your hair, all of the different things. Like, if your hair can't grow, let's just say, I decided to go to therapy and do all these different things. And once you learn a certain thing, you can kind of do it on your own. But I definitely recommend that you start with a therapist or a professional that is specialized in that and licensed in that. And so, but that's just what I did. And yeah, so skills. I can't learn that. It's too hard. Nothing is too hard. Your mind is making it hard because your mind is trying to protect you. So when you realize that your mind is simply just trying to protect you, you can learn a lot more about the world and yourself and the different limiting beliefs that you have, and you can decide to change them. I know when I decided to change them, my life changed for the better. Um, yeah, but just awareness of the thing is really the first step, because if you're not even aware that you are thinking these thoughts and you are not the thoughts and you are not the beliefs, and you actually get to change them. Once you are aware of that, that is what was game changer for me personally. Um, so yeah, and I would like to thank all of my wonderful and beautiful followers for liking my videos, supporting my page, and leaving all the wonderful comments. Please feel free to let me know what you guys think of my videos and of my page. Everything is always greatly appreciated. And if you guys haven't checked out my subscription system, the link is in my bio, as well as on my communities tab. And um, yeah, if you haven't already followed me, if you like my page and you like the things that I speak about, and if you would like me to speak on something in particular, you can definitely leave a comment. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.